Life is cold. Life is cold. Life is cold. It's a cold world we live in. And see, all this time, we've been doing things that other people told us to do without checking to see if what they told us to do actually works. Checking to see if what they told us to do is actually of any benefit to us, if it's for us, if it has anything to do with our purpose. Everything, not everything, let's say 85% of the things that we were taught is wrong when it comes to surviving in this world. See, this world is about power, conquest, money, abundance, prosperity, ownership, control, maintaining sovereignty, being free. There's two things you're going to be in this life, and what I'm about to say is going to hurt, but it's the truth. There's only two things you're going to be in this life, and especially in a capitalistic system. You're going to be a slave owner, or you're going to be a slave. Them are the only two things you can be. Democrat, Republic, doesn't matter. Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. Left, right, doesn't matter. Christian, Muslim, doesn't even matter. The only thing that matters is, are you going to be a slave owner or a slave? What do I mean by the slave owner? In capitalism, slave owner is the person that controls the capital, all kinds of capital, labor, people, that's capital. AI, technology, that's capital. The person that owns the business, in other words, the person that owns your corner store, the person that owns your laundromat, the person that owns 50, 60 McDonald's, those are the slave owners. Everybody else that works every day and go to work, you're a slave. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. You could be a doctor. You could be making 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. You're still a slave. You know why? Because you're not financially free. You don't have enough money to say it's over with. I don't need no more money. I can call it quits. You can buy yourself out the game. In life, this life is monopoly mixed with a little bit of capitalism. The way you gain your freedoms in America is by buying them. You don't get them in no other way. You don't get them because you're holier than thou. You don't get them because you're beautiful and all the men like you. You don't get it like that. You get it by putting in that work for yourself. Because only you are going to be able to get it the way that you're going to get it. Nobody else is going to be able to get it like you because they don't have the same character traits, the same personality traits, the same character, the same soul, the same life purpose. So they could never do what you need to do. So nobody could actually tell you how to fulfill your life purpose. That's why you have a life. You're here to figure it out, but you're not here to figure it out. You're actually here to remember what you already know from the other side. We'll get into stuff like that in a later video because that's too deep for a lot of people. I'm telling you, life is crazy. America, I see people talking about, it's not doing good right now. The economy, prices are up. Yeah, prices are up, but I still see people winning. I see people eating every day. And then I see the people that's in poverty. But guess what? I was in poverty once. And now that I'm on this side and I got money, sufficient money, I'm not struggling, I'm living good, I'm actually actualizing and building a dynasty. Now that I have the ability to actually invest and build dynasties, it's different on this side. And I realized why I was on the other side. And the main reason why I was on the other side is I didn't take advantage of opportunities when they happened in the economy. Like I always say, like I've been telling y'all in videos, but I'm not going to go into that. Just know if you didn't take advantage of an opportunity, look at the opportunities around you right now and take advantage of them, because the opportunities you take advantage of today will be the opportunities that gain you what you want later in life. years down the road. So you got to think long term. Wealth is about thinking long term. But I will say this, you got to be in a position to think long term. You got niggas out here that's running around in survival mode. If you're running around in survival mode, you can never build. You can never stack, invest, and build because you're just surviving. You got to get yourself above survivor mode, whatever that amount of money is for you, so that you have excess, you have extra money that can be invested, that can be used to your advantage, because money has to make money. Money has to flow. You can't let money stagnate. You can't let money sit. You want to put your money where it's going to bring you the best return. When you trying to stack money, you want to stack that in some high yield paying stocks. That's going to give you more than 5% in the bank. The bank's going to give you 5%, 4%. Shit, I put my money in the right companies, blue chip companies, and I can eat. It can sit there and park. You got to keep your money moving. But first, you got to get above survival. Now, everybody's talking about the lack of jobs. I know, I've been there. You just got to, when you get something, take advantage of it. You got to be ready to work. That's what it really is. You got to be ready to. I worked my ass off to get to the position I'm in right now. I put in a lot of fucking work. I'm talking about work, hard work. Like nothing was given to me. I didn't get no shortcuts. It's just all extreme hard work. And sometimes me running my mouthpiece, being able to position myself with my mouth, with my communication abilities. Being a good communicator can get you in rooms you wouldn't be able to get into if you didn't know how to articulate. Articulation can take you far. That's a big problem I see with my homies in the black community. It's cool to keep it street. It's cool to be able to use ebonics. But at the same time, when you're going into them rooms with other cultures, you got to be able to speak the English language. You got to have a command of the English language. Be able to speak, get your point across directly. That's another skill that people need to pick up out here. Communicating. Communication leads to money, leads to wealth, leads to abundance. Trump. What can I say about Trump? So, I mean, he's in there to do what he's in there to do, cause chaos. And wherever chaos is at, money is at. That's all he in there to do. He in there to benefit people that's trying to get rich. If you're not trying to get rich, put it like this. Going back to my slave owner. Trump is in office to benefit the slave owners. If you not, now, by him being in office to benefit the slave owners, he's doing things that's going to benefit them. And since he's doing things that's going to benefit them, if you want to become a slave owner, you're going to be able to get a piece of that. If you put yourself in the right position, you position yourself. Life is all about positioning. But if you're just a regular person that want to be a regular worker and work for other people, it's cool to work. You should work while building something. I'm not saying anything is wrong with working a job. But if you want to be that for the rest of your life, it's over with for you, because you got a whole complete oligarchy in office. And it's been an oligarchy in this country for 20 years. Neoliberalism in this country. I'm telling you, it's about money. It's about bread. The rich own this. They control this. They control capital. They can cut off the money supply easily. So why not be a slave owner? You can be a slave owner and not be nothing like them. Did you know that? You can be a slave owner and not have nothing to do with them. Not even mix in their circles. Be doing your own thing. Be sovereign. Moving around the earth. Handling your business. You don't have to affiliate with the crooked people with money. You can be you with money. That's what people don't understand. They think they got to join the Illuminati. Now, like in the music industry, you got to do something strange for a little bit of change. But anywhere else in life, you can maneuver your way in to wherever you're trying to get into or whatever you're trying to get into. For real. Real talk. Life is what you make it to be, bro. It really is. And it's about positioning. That's what I could tell you at the age of 42. Life is about positioning. When you doing stupid shit, you take yourself out of position. When I was in my 20s running in the streets and doing dumb shit, trying to be a gangster and be this thug ass nigga that get money, I'm hustling and all that shit, trying to do that shit, it took time off me building. See, when you building shit up and then you're losing it and then you got to come out of jail and build it up again and do stuff like that, you're constantly pulling yourself down. When you got people out here that's not doing that, they moving, and every year they're building, they're adding. So in 10 years, they're way further ahead than you because you wasted your life in some shit that really is not going to gain you what you think is going to gain you. It's really not going to gain you nothing. That's not going to get you 100 million, 200 million. You can't be in that lifestyle and go into these rooms and get deals with these people that don't live that lifestyle. They're not going to fuck with you like that. That's common sense. Who would? People got to grow up intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, physically, change the way they think, and most importantly, change their beliefs and morals, because a lot of that stuff ain't working for you. That's why you in the position you in, because you believe stuff that's not how the world really works. People need to find out how the world really works. Once you find out how the world really works, you can play the game and still incorporate your morals into it. But first you got to find out how it works. You can't be so moralistic that you like, man, I ain't playing the game and see. First find out how the game work. You don't even know how the game work all the way. You just making assumptions. Research. Use Chat GPT. Use the stuff that they have out here for you, the knowledge that they have for you to learn about the real world and learn what's really going on. Because what's really going on is pure capitalism. Pure, you either gonna be a slave owner or you gonna be a slave. And if you ain't with that and don't understand that, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. There's 3 ways for you to become a slave owner. You can become a slave owner by investing your money. You can become a slave owner by starting a business and using other people's time and labor to do all the work while you collect the capital. And you can do real estate, but real estate is business. So when you need to combine all of them. Them 3 is that's your combination. That's the foundation to your pyramid, is those 3. When you can get money circulating in investments, in stocks, 401ks, ETFs, when you can get money circulating through there and you got money circulating over here with businesses, whether you start them or you own them or you buy them, You buy them to own. When you can get money over there, flipping, you good. Business, you need real estate. So if you just learn real estate, you can flip houses, apartment buildings. You get money circulating through all of those things. And that's how you escape from being a slave. It's really that simple. But the hard part is positioning in the beginning and getting you a good job. You're going to need a good job. I keep telling people this. It starts with a good job. You got to have a good job that keeps you above survival mode. To now where you're not in survival mode, you're in, I would say, comfort mode, but not comfort mode. I would say you're in builder mode. You got enough extra money to live in your lifestyle that you can build something with the money. You got to get yourself to builder mode. That survivor mode shit, you can't build nothing. The next level after survival is builder mode. That's what you're trying to get to. You got a little bit of money to build. You can put some money over here in stocks. You can put some money over here. And, you can flip your money and save your money until you get enough money to actually start a business or buy a business. That's what the plan is. That is how you're going to escape. I'm giving it to you nice and simple. And y'all really should be paying me about $5,000 to $10,000 for this information. It's simple. I done broke all of this shit down. Life is very simple, bro. You can't do nothing that you want to do on this earth if you don't have money. Period. I don't care what you say. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. If you don't have the money, you cannot buy what you want. You can. If you need a heart, you gotta have money to get insurance, or you either gotta have the money coming out your pocket. If you want to live in a 10,000 square foot mansion, you gotta have the money. If you want to have 10 kids, kids are expensive these days. You gotta have the money. If you want to fly overseas, you gotta have the money. If you want to go to your grandma's funeral in another state, you gotta have the money to get there. Everything in life, you have to have money. So to sit up here and play and act like money ain't important and other shit is more important than money, you got to be a dumbass. You got to be dumb. That don't mean that money is everything, but for you to downplay money and disrespect money, you gotta be stupid. And that's why rich people don't respect broke people, because they know y'all stupid. They know you stupid for thinking like that. They know the game worked. They know the lies worked. The manipulation of the Bible had people believing that money is easy. All of that stuff they planted to stop you from being a slave owner. Everybody can't be slave owners. See, that's the thing. Everybody can't be slave owners. If everybody requests to be a slave owner right now, they have to come up with a new system. But y'all don't know that. Y'all want a revolution? Y'all want to change the world? Y'all want to change the United States? Start requesting ownership. If you start requesting ownership, everybody start, like millions of people start requesting, hey, we want to own land. We want to own businesses. If we start all requesting that, they got to come up with a new system. This system can't work no more. See? See how much game I got and I be giving y'all? I've been away for a minute. I've been thinking, I've been contemplating. The reason I've been away is because I ain't making no money on here. And I got other things that make me money. I only talk when the money is right. Don't nobody hit my Cash App. Don't nobody even say nothing. So it is what it is. You catch me when you can. But I'm trying to tell y'all what I'm seeing out here, man. It's so much money out here. It's so much opportunity out here. You just gotta put yourself in position. You gotta make sacrifice, and you gonna have to work, man. I'm sorry. I had to work. You think I like working? Shit. You think I like this shit? You think I like grinding and going hard? But I'm a man. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta maintain. Life ain't easy. I ain't no sucker out here in this game. Pushing business and shit. Getting money. Investing money. It's the game. It's life. You gotta learn how to put yourself in position, man. Everything is about positioning. When I went back, I've been studying the rich since I was like 16. The number one thing that I found in there is, the number one real thing is a lot of them had help. A lot of them had help. Like them billionaires, 100 million, a lot of them had help in a family structure that other people didn't have. And that's how they were able, when you got a dad or a grandparent that can give you 100,000, even $1 million, like Donald Trump had, his dad gave him $1 million for the invest in his first property. When you got that kind of sponsoring behind you, of course you're going to get money. Of course you're going to expand, built on the empire that your ancestor gave to you. So, I mean, it's life is what you make it. And if you don't take advantage of opportunity when it presents itself, years later, you're going to be fucked up. Years down the line, you're going to be fucked up. I guarantee you. You're going to be fucked up. Trust me, I know. I could be way further ahead if I would have took advantage of opportunities when they presented themselves. Stayed focused on what's going on in the now, because the now builds your future. But your future, the problem is we got too many people that's living in the now because they don't have the resources to live in the future. That's the problem. You got to get above that survival to get the resources to live in the future. There is no thinking about the future when all you can think about is how you gonna eat today. That's facts. Think about what I said. I'll be back.